What's going on, y'all? All this nature there. Man, I wasn't feeling so good the last couple of days. I must have had a little small stomach virus. But nothing too crazy. Like I said, I'm just thankful to be healthy. I would say this, folks. Please, please, please don't take your health for granted. You know, I didn't want to eat nothing for at least a day and a half. All right, but I'm all right. I'm healthy, and I'm just going for a little walk, enjoying this wonderful place of Yellowstone. Look at this massive tree right here. Yeah, it fell. So definitely, if you're gonna go bike riding back here, just watch out for this tree. This almost got me the first time when I came through here. I came through here all excited, running, going all fast on the bike, and then boom, there's a rock right over here. Well, I literally almost fell off the bike, bro. But definitely watch out. But yeah, it's been good, man. And I learned so much being here. I had a veteran talk to me for a little bit. Whenever I see a veteran, I say thanks for your service. And I was talking to him. And
hey, Trey.
how you doing, man?
Good, man.
And I was talking to him just about, you know, his journey here in Yellowstone. He says, you know what, young man, this may be my last time coming here to Yellowstone. He says, I don't know how much time I got left, young man, but you know, I'm just here to enjoy it. I'm just glad to be here to see Old Faithful. You can learn so much about people who've been on this planet for decades. But he says, young man, this country has developed weeds in the last couple decades. And it's on your generation to go out there and change it, you know, to cut off all these weeds. Because if you don't cut off all these weeds, you know, it gets worse. I said, trust me, I know. I'm trying my best right now. I see right through these weeds. I know exactly what's going on right now. And we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. And he shook my hand the old American way. I love that, man. The old school way, when they shake your hand and they hold your hand for 30 seconds. He held my hand for about 30 seconds, boy. The old American way. But we got work to do, man. We got a lot of work to do, man. We got a lot of weeds in this country. This country's about to pass $1,000 billion in interest payments, bro. Like, if we're spending all this money on interest, where's the money for building schools, for investment, for the future of this country? If we owe all this money to these countries, but yet not many of us know where this money going towards. I mean, how do we expect this country to last 1,000 years, 100 years? This is not possible, folks. So me seeing this, I'm taking this time to study, man, because many people don't seem to understand this stuff. I'm asking people in my age group, do you know what's going on? And people are like, you know, Stranger Things. I'm like, bruh, we better start studying this stuff, because you're gonna be looking up 10 years from now like, what just happened? So we got work to do, man. But like I said, I can't force you to do anything, folks. This is my responsibility. All right, I take all this time to be responsible, to study, to learn, to grow. All right, to get uncomfortable. And being out here, man, look at this. All this nature like this, real fast. All right, yeah, this is really nice. I had me a little road bike, and I rode all the way. I mean, I don't ride on this right here. This is all gravel. My road bike ain't really made for this. But I watched like 8 hours of Lance Armstrong and Tour de France. Just getting motivated, man. I found Miss Chocolate found him a new hobby. Miss Chocolate might be in the Tour de France one day. I'm telling you right now, I had my little road bike gear. I was putting in work on that bike, boy. But don't take your health for granted, man, for real. You know, I'm so grateful to have healthy lungs, to be able to walk, to be able to be 25 years old and just healthy. I feel like 10 million bison. You know, 30 years old, I'm gonna be even healthier, man. I'm gonna be even sexier. I'm gonna be, woo, boy. But I'm just so grateful, honestly. My grandma called me. She's like, you know what, grandson, I love you so much. You know, I always believed in you, and it's like, man, I love my grandparents. I love my parents. And I'm just so grateful to have people that invested into me, that didn't fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? That really loved me. Not everybody had that. You know, you got to be grateful for that stuff, folks. I'm serious. And call them. Sometimes I get into my hobbies, into my studies, and I forget to call my parents, and they say, come on, man, call us. You know what I'm saying? Call us. So call your parents, folks. Call them. If they're alive, call them. people are getting older, man. I called back home to my grandparents, and my grandma told me that she lost her half brother. I never really met him, but she also lost her mom, right? My great grandma about to turn 95 years old, man. 95 years old. I saw her earlier this year, but her sister had passed away, and I only met her like 2 times in my life. But people are getting older, folks. People are passing away, but a lot of us are passing away at age 60, 65, especially in our communities. And this makes me sad because it's just like we spend all this time, man, and we give away our health in our 20s and 30s. Then by the time we're 60 and 70 years old, it comes back to us. Then it costs us time, bro. That doesn't piss y'all off? Like, damn, like, why are we dying so early? 60 years old, we gotta work on this right now. So I'm working on this. I'm seeing this problem, and I want to be able to have some kind of impact, because that's kind of sad to me. You know, a lot of us are passing away, man. It's just like what are we eating? We eating all these collard greens, and we got high blood pressure in our family, right? We got to stop eating all these bad foods. So we got to definitely work on all that stuff, man. Eating healthy foods and work on that as soon as possible, because if we don't, it will catch up on us. We'll be looking up and our life is gone, you know? And these people were young, like 55, 60 years old. All right, my grandmother just lost one of her friends. She was 55 years old. She had developed cancer and everything. And she said, grandson, I'm gonna give you some advice, right? I'm gonna end this video after this. She says, my friend lost her life at age 55, but I'll tell you this, grandson, she was stressing out to the day she died. She was scared to die. She was scared to die. She didn't know she was going to heaven or hell. She said she was scared. She says, grandson, she says, I lost so many friends over stress, focusing on things that they had no control over. Think about that. Till the last day she was here. I told y'all in my last video, only focusing on things you can't control. And stress ended up killing her. She says. That's some words of wisdom right there. That is wisdom. What does that mean? Stress can kill you, folks. Stress can kill you. And stress with bad health could definitely kill you. So that's why I made that last video, man, about focusing on things you can't control right now. I have control over my education right now. What I learn every day. Even just spending 10 minutes listening to a podcast every day. Is it gonna hurt you, really? Is it really gonna hurt you to spend 30 minutes a day reading some books, bro? I get excited. People's like, I don't like reading books. I'm like, you don't like reading books? Oh, really? You don't like reading books? I wonder why slaves weren't taught how to read. And reading is just so boring. When I can go to a book right now and read, what happens to an economy when they inflate the supply by 40%? You know, Jerome Powell printed all this money and increased it by 40%. What is the social cost? I just read a book on that. And it answered that question for me. I asked my parents and grandparents and friends, and don't nobody know, but this one book single-handedly for $15 can teach Mr. Chocolata how to survive during times of just great inflation, times of great debasement, because we're living through the Great Debasement 2.0. The Great Debasement 2.0. I get excited. I'm like, damn. That's why slaves weren't taught how to read. Because if a slave knew how to read, they could free themselves. They could become free. Oh my goodness, that's why reading is so important. And now we got audiobooks, but you don't even have to read anymore. On 2x speed on YouTube. Oh my goodness. What a time to be alive. So I use this time to use these tools to smarten the fuck up. Because I don't like getting played, like I told y'all. Miss Chocolate, first thing first. Miss Chocolate don't like being lied to. All right. So I'm gonna take this time to wise the fuck up. Because that says so much about our society. When I go out and I ask people about this stuff, and I get crickets back. Like, damn, you don't know what's going on? Quiet. But yeah, I go to this book that I paid $20 for. And this one book single-handedly told me the answers to a question I had for 10 years. Oh, I love books, man. I love books. The Printing Press. I love y'all. Gutenberg, I love you, bruh. Thank you, my brother. Tools. I'm using tools to single-handedly change my life. To wise up, man. Isn't that beautiful, folks? All right? But don't stress out over things you have no control over. All right? So yeah, I want to focus on that. You know, my health, my age 30, my education, all right? And man, this GoPro, whew, I need to give me a little, what do you call it? A little, you know, a GoPro tripod. Cause my hand getting a little bit, you know what I'm saying? My hand getting a little bit tight right now. Woo! But yeah, man, just want to give y'all some little wisdom right now. Going for a little walk. Usually when I go on a little walk like this, I used to listen to a little podcast right now. So the podcast usually in my ear. I listen to it, get that knowledge. Not over here, but usually over there where there's more people. There might be some bears over here, so I gotta watch out. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.